Hey, this is Kase here with The Weekend Gamer at Comic-Con 2007 with the very gracious Levar Burton. I can't tell you why he's gracious, but you'll find out one day on a blooper reel.
That's because y'all messed up yesterday, Kase. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. There was a technical difficulty, and
we're back today, and you're gracious enough to let us come back. So, Comic-Con 2007, you said this is your first one.
It is.
So what are you finding here in this last couple of days? What is it like for you?
it's just like a lot of people. You know, a lot of people. And the wild thing to me is, you know, I've been to conventions before, but this is certainly the biggest I've ever been to. You know, they said 160,000. Actually, this morning, the television said 200,000 people. And the vibe is very chill. I mean, it's crowded, but, you know, to get all of these people in the same place at the same time and to have no violence, just to have everybody just, you know, doing their thing, it speaks well for human beings.
It's a beautiful atmosphere here. I think people have underestimated this group of fans, and there's a lot of money here, and there's a lot of interest and a lot of loyalty. So,
there are a lot of families, which I dig too. There are a lot of families, mothers and fathers, and their children. It's all very good.
Now, what I kind of touched on yesterday was the fact that you are seriously a television icon. In history books, if you look it up, you're going to see roots. You know, reading Rainbow has had a major effect on a lot of people's lives. And then Star Trek, The Next Generation. So you really are a veteran here. Did you know when you took the role of Kunta Kinte that this was going to happen, that you couldn't even imagine something like this?
No, not at all. You never go into situations in life, you know, expecting that kind of unexpected result. At least I never do. And when it happens, you know, it really is special. It's a blessing.
Now, we had the anniversary recently of Roots. Was there any type of party? Did you guys all get together having not really seen each other after all these years?
We had an opportunity to all get together at the TV Land Awards, but, you know, we see each other, you know, fairly often. That's the amazing thing. I mean, both the Roots cast and the Next Gen cast, we remain pretty close. So we party all the time. You know, we're like Eddie, you know, and his girl.
Speaking of partying, you must have been like 2 years old when Roots came out, because you have not aged a bit. What is going on here? What is your secret? How you stay looking so good?
I guess it's genetics, Kase, you know, and, you know, I try and live right, you know, yeah. But mostly it's my mom's genes and my dad's.
Now, what about Next Generation? You have a bunch of sci-fi fans. You came in with a character, you know, not only being African American, but also being blind. What you really crossing over all kind of things. What was it like being a part of that TV show, and what kind of impact has that had on your life?
You know what, I'll tell you, I'm a big fan of Star Trek and was long before I became part of the family. Gene Roddenberry's vision of the future was one that represented me. Having Nichelle Nichols on the bridge of the Enterprise meant that when the future came, there was a place for me. You understand what I'm saying? And so to have grown up and become a part of that ethos, that, you know, infinite diversity and infinite combination and respect for all life across all galaxies, that means something to me because I believe in that too. And to represent for physically challenged people the way Nichelle did for African Americans and people of color, it's all good.
Now, upcoming projects, I know you have some films coming out. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
I'm prepping my next feature film as a director called Initiation. It's based on a book called Of Water and the Spirit by Malidoma Somé. It's the journey of a modern-day African shaman who's a bridge between two worlds, the world of the seen and the unseen.
That sounds so exciting. Now, people wanted to reach you. How can they get in contact with you? Or you have any, like a hip, like MySpace or the website, anything like that?
Kase, I spend a lot of time out where folks can see me, and when I go home, I don't want people to reach me. You know,
That's okay.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Google me if you want to know about me.
You know, I think part of being in the game for 30 years is knowing how to do it in a good way, you know? So it's all good.
Great answer. Now, one last question.
Find me when I don't want you to.
And also Bermuda, that's what you're doing, the new film?
I'm doing a lot of commercials now as a director. So I just directed my first for the Bermuda Board of Tourism. I've got 2 spots coming up for the Chrysler Town and Country and the Dodge Grand Caravan. So I'm having a lot of fun. You know, I love my life. I love my job. It's all good.
Last question. What's your game?
My game. You know, my daughter's a big gamer. You know, I played back in the day. I played a lot of Tomb Raider. We got the Wii system this year. You know, I mean, I still have my Dreamcast. I'll tell you, I still have my Dreamcast, and now and again I hook it up, and you know, and I do my little thing. But Reading really is my thing. When I want to escape to another world, I go to a book.
Well, thank you again for being so gracious to meet with us a second time. I really appreciate it. Hey, second time is always better. If you make a mistake, get back up and keep it pushing. This is Kase with The Weekend Gamer. You know what I'm asking? What's your game?
Hi, this is Levar Burton, and you're watching The Weekend Gamer.